Tomodachi Life Living the Dream is finally out, and I really want to talk about it. When I was in elementary school, I played the original Tomodachi Life to death. Here are some photos from my actual 3DS dating all the way back to 2014, so no one was more excited than me when I heard that they were making a new one. The footage you see here was from when I was playing literally last night, so this is all still fresh in my mind, and you could probably tell that I haven't gotten too far into the game. This is only my first impressions, and I'll definitely make a follow video sometime in the future. Like, subscribe, and comment for more videos if you want to see more like this one. The last one performed so well, and I'm so grateful for that, and now I get to talk about probably one of my favorite games that came out this year. Before we begin, you can probably already tell that all these characters are from Jujutsu Kaisen, and that is inspired by the creator Silly Beans on TikTok and YouTube. They made an incredibly hilarious series of the original Tomodachi Life with JJK characters, and I wanted to try out the same thing because it just looked so fun. I beg of y'all to go check out Silly Beans because they are genuinely the reason I open up TikTok now, and they just started their new JJK series on the new Tomodachi Life, so it's never been a better time to watch. Now, the first thing I want to talk about are the characters, the Miis themselves. I think they are done masterfully in this game. Their customization has never been better, and the magic of making them is ever present here. I like the new face paint mode, but I think I'd only ever use it for touch-ups or adding small details. I love seeing what people can create with this, and as an artist, I'd love to dive into making literally whatever I want. But I also just love the charm of the original Miis anyways, so that's why we're going with this. I watched a video from GetMads that explained it all perfectly, and if you want more on that, just go check him out. He is an amazing creator and a big inspiration for me, so go show him some love. I know that there are going to be some people who don't want to spend all the time making Miis, and I get that. Since they got rid of sharing Miis, it's probably a lot harder to dive into it, but I found this site called Tomodachi Share where anybody can submit me and give instructions on how to build them. It ain't as easy as before, but it is a worthwhile alternative. I'll leave that in the description if you want to check it out after this video. All this to say that I love the limitless possibilities that are present in just making the Miis. The next thing that really made this game great was the personalities and the quirks. Of course, the original Tomodachi Life had the 16 personalities, but you can really see that on display in this new game. Since the Miis are no longer confined to the set places on the island anymore, you can see them interact with other Miis, describe what they are doing, and hear their thoughts all in real time. And with the quirks, you can take that even further. Like, yeah, Shoko would introduce herself like that, or Nanami would speak with this kind of wording. I even recreated Gojo's and Geito's iconic walk because you can just do that now. They really do get lost in their characters, and it's absolutely amazing. It really makes the original look like a tech demo with how much more expressive the Miis are now. Even outside of making and watching the Miis, there's a lot to explore. Of course, you can still play mini games with your Miis, and it is a welcome return, but the biggest thing is the new wishing system, where after a certain amount of happiness is achieved, you can get new quirks, goods, and building assets. You can also only make a certain amount of Miis until you get to a certain level, which makes so much sense for me. It makes for a good progression that incentivizes me to keep playing. It never feels like there's nothing to do or nothing to look forward to because you're always getting new things to work with. Like, you can sink hours into just making the Miis, giving them quirks, or building your island and making it as curated as can be, which is definitely something I will do in the future. And if you do get bored of everything, you can make your own assets. I haven't gone to that part of the game yet, but I have seen people make this hamster pet everywhere. And eating him. Poor guy. They really wanted to make this game as open-ended as possible, and I am all for it. I have played a couple of life sim games before, but I could never get into it the same way as this series. I've seen other people describe Tomodachi Life as a cozy game, but it never really felt that way to me. It definitely has cozy qualities, don't get me wrong, but it has so much weirdness and zaniness to it as well. You can make this game as crazy as you'd like with the different kinds of characters you can create and what you can make them do. The only limit would be your imagination and how much time you're willing to put into it. Of course, this game isn't for everyone, and that's okay. I just wanted to share my thoughts on a beloved franchise of mine, and with how much positive feedback this game is getting, I hope it shows how much people really do love the Miis, and the things that are possible with them. There has been talks about a new Switch Sports, and maybe that could be more Mii-centric since people have been missing that in the last sports game. Overall, I have been loving Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. It is quite literally a dream come true for me, and I cannot wait to sink way more hours into it. And if this video convinced you to get this game, you should check out my other video on other games that I've been enjoying on the Switch 2 as well. I have been loving gaming a lot more in 2026, and the Switch 2 and its games is a big reason why. Like, subscribe, comment other games for me to play and review, and it's always afternoon, so good afternoon and bye-bye.